Hello, everyone. This is our second podcast episode, and today the movie that we're reviewing is
Weapons!
Weapons. What a very makes you feel very comfortable just hearing the title. Basically, also there will be spoilers in this episode. So the plot at 12:17 a.m. one morning, all children but one from Justine Gandy's elementary school class walks runs out of their homes and disappears, and the parents of the missing children assume that she is somehow responsible, resulting in her receiving threats, her car being vandalized, and her losing the job at the school. However, she is determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, a mystery which appears to revolve around the sole remaining child, Alex.
During the movie, there's it comes from different POVs and it's shown in chapters. There's a cop's POV, the principal's POV, Alex's POV, uh, the teacher's POV, and the movie was, from what I've heard, has been based off grief.
Yes, the POVs, it was kind of like a book where each chapter is a different person's point of view. And I'm curious, did you think it relied more on mystery or just literally trying to scare you? Shock value.
It was more of a mystery type thing. You'd have to watch the whole movie to understand the full thing
I
from
agree.
different POVs. You couldn't just watch one POV the whole time, or you wouldn't understand the whole entire movie. So I think it was based more on story than it was on shock value.
Definitely story. There really wasn't that much gory scenes, except for the ending scene, which we'll talk about later. Definitely relied more on mystery, because then each character you see, you'd think, oh, maybe this is the person. How do you think this movie compared to other horror movies based on terms of, like, entertainment?
For me, at least, I could actually sit down and watch it without asking many questions. It was easier to get into and be absorbed in the movie than it was with others.
Yeah, because on, like, Poughkeepsie Tapes, it's a found footage movie. It's very weird and hard to get into, but this is like a mainstream horror film, so it's pretty easy to know what's going on. Um, do you think it was more disturbing or suspenseful?
It was more
You're good.
suspenseful. It was more suspenseful.
Yeah, I feel like all of the scenes, it was kind of just like meant to happen in the end. Everything was just leading up and leading up to the end. And was there a specific scene that stuck with you at all?
Maybe the scene where that angry parent was trying to find his son Matthew. I'm pretty sure he was just in the basement and then he got jumped.
Oh yeah. Or when the criminal goes into the basement and sees all the children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um it definitely relies more on dread than jump scares. There really wasn't that much jump scares in the movie itself. At least I didn't think there was that many jump scares. Also, some people might consider this a comedy.
I was laughing at the scene where the witch got chased by all the children.
Yeah, I guess that was pretty funny. This movie has a pretty good review. Like, it has a 7.4 out of 10. It's pretty good. Now, did it have a satisfying ending or not?
It did. I heard the original ending was just gonna be you got to see Matthew staring behind his shoulder and then it just ended. But early viewers didn't like that ending. They said it was too abrupt, so they added the narration at the end, the 2 lines of narration. And yes, I think that that ending was a lot more satisfying than what was originally going to happen.
Yes, so like I said, there will be spoilers. you can just skip past this part if you don't want to hear the spoilers. At the end, you realize that Alex's aunt is the villain in the movie, and basically Alex weaponizes the children against her name is Gladys. She weaponizes all the children against Gladys, and they basically rip her apart into shreds.
Yippee!
They just chase her and then literally just tear her apart.
It said at the end of the movie that Alex's parents had become brain dead. They went into some sort of nursing home. Alex went to live with a nicer aunt, and the rest of the children got reunited with their parents.
Yes, but some of the children, it took them, didn't it take them like a while for them to be okay to talk again?
Yeah, they were literally getting their life force drained from them, so I'd assume it'd take a little bit.
Yes. Did you think the movie tricked you at all?
No.
I think it did because of the different POVs. So this film actually won an Oscar. The villain Amy Madigan won Oscar for Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role. So kudos to that. There was a couple. It was directed by Zach Cregger, whatever. He also directed the film Barbarian. So, and just Julia Garner plays Justine. She was in Ozark and Fantastic Four. Overall, I'd say the movie was pretty good. You can watch it on Prime and HBO Max. It has an 81 Metascore. It's a mainstream horror movie, so it's not that over the top gore. It's pretty mild for the most part compared to Poughkeepsie Tapes. It was very mild.
Yeah, it wasn't as explicit. It was more based on story than anything else, so I didn't really expect it to be all out violent.
And some people refer this film kind of close to 28 Days Later, but I don't see that at all. I didn't think it was close to that movie at all, but you guys can let me know if you think it is. We're gonna wrap up this episode soon. Thank you for all the support we've gotten, and we hope to continue. Is there anything else you want to say, Fina?
No, I don't have anything else to say.
Okay then, thank you for watching. We'll make another episode soon. See you in the next video. Goodbye, guys.